Well, for your listening and or viewing pleasure, I may have a string of kind of short videos today. Shorter than normal, I should say. Zero Hedge has this article. It immediately made me think, could this lead to the Webbot's long ago prediction about countries telling us, get your military bases out of our country, get your personnel out of our country, etc. They go to get in line in the airplane ticket. I've mentioned this a bunch of times. Sorry, we don't take American dollars. Oh, I'll exchange them downstairs. No. We don't take them, period. You can't exchange them. Find another way home. Gringo, or whatever country you're in. Something like that. There would be trouble getting our men and women back from overseas in other countries telling us to get lost. Now, I know you heard today, at least yes, the 26th of January, which was yesterday since you're seeing this video on the 27th, that Donald Trump, he's trying to have a little chat with the Mexican president. And part of this chat is you're going to pay for that wall, and we're going to work with you and trade with you and do things. And it got to the point where the Mexican president said, I don't think I'm going to come now. And Donald Trump pretty much said, yeah, NAFTA's done, it's over, it's finished, which hurt Mexico the most. CAFTA, all that crap. And then said, maybe we may end up having to pay for this wall, but we are done with Mexico at this point. So you're talking about damaging another country by doing such a thing financially. And I'm not saying that he did a wrong move. Well, I'm just telling you it is damaging to any country that happens to. It's the equivalent of us, Venezuela, we're going to put sanctions on you guys over there. What about the people starving to death, eating horses out of a zoo? The zookeeper saying, well, the most animals are starving anyways because we don't have food for them. Barack Obama, sanctions on Venezuela. But I thought we help people. U.S. aid. We don't help people? That's not what we do? That's funny. But you can kind of see where if that happened to Mexico and then there's another country, say, China, which we're not in China exactly, and I don't know if we have any kind of bases or facilities, if you will, in Mexico. I've never looked that up or researched that, and I would think to myself, why would we even need it? We're right next to them. But is it possible that we have some kind of base or staging point in Mexico? I don't know. I'm not the one to answer that. Maybe I can quickly, just for the hell of it, right, see if we can find that out. Does the U.S. have a military base in Mexico? The United States probably has more foreign bases than whatever. Mexican, joint U.S., Bulgarian. List of Mexican military bases. Well, that's worldwide. Yeah, I just thought I could maybe find this quickly. If not, can't seem to find it. So I'm not even going to waste any more of your time. But this headline at Zero Hedge: Trump's next executive orders drastically reducing U.S. role in international organizations and ending some treaties. So let's think for a minute. How much money, billions upon billions upon billions, just a hint, have we been giving out to the world for, letting us stay on their property? Hush money, if you will. We're going to put a base here, but we're going to pay you handsomely to allow it to be here. The Middle East, we've done it. Iraq, remember that? The biggest embassy ever created on the face of the earth. We set up shop. When we set up shop, we like to set up shop. But it doesn't come free. So you had the Obama in there, you had the Clintons, you had the Bushes, all these people with their little side agendas and goals, and that's why those countries allowed us to be all over 170 something bases in 170 something different countries. So I thought to myself, the party might be ending for a lot of these countries. The party of we're going to just give you all this money. Trump is said, I am tightening the budget. We're going to get rid of the whole UN thing. We're treaties. We're cutting them all up. You don't think he's going to stop there, do you? And look at all these countries and say, we don't need to be over there. We don't need to be there. We're cutting the funding there. You're not pulling your weight. We're cutting the funding we give you guys. you could almost see this coming where they say, well, in that case, the hell with you. You take your military base and get lost. You could almost see it coming, but not yet. But I'm saying, is this kind of the tip of the, not really the iceberg, but this kind of the beginning of this, maybe? You know, where we're getting rid of these treaties and they're going to say, the hell with you. We had these deals when Bush was there. We had these deals when Obama was there. We had these deals when Clinton was there. And now Trump comes along trying to fix the budget of the U.S. and we're getting screwed now. We don't get as much money. Matter of fact, he's cutting all the funding we've been getting. Yeah, because he found out that you're offering nothing to us. So yeah, get lost. And they may get pissed off and say, well, in that case, get your military base, get all your personnel, any little thing you have here, get off our property. For example, the Home Alone quote. Somehow I believe you, but my Tommy done don't. I'm giving you to the count of 10 to get your no good, no paying military base personnel off our land before I fill your guts full of lead. That was a good movie, wasn't it? Home Alone 1 and 2. Anyways, it says, in the latest surprise to come from the Trump administration, the New York Times reports that in the Trump administration, it is preparing a set of executive orders aimed at isolating the U.S. and which would allow the United States to drastically reduce its role and involvement in the United Nations and other international organizations, as well as begin a process to review and potentially abrogate certain forms of multilateral treaties, officials said. The order calls for the enacting of at least 40% overall decrease in remaining United States funding toward international organizations. And like I said, do you think that could go a step further? Let's say he does it, okay, international funding, we've nipped that in the bud. There are going to be some pissed off people because it's not just international funding, it's other countries that are benefiting. That's just like the middleman, the so-called international organization. That's the middleman for the United States money that goes over there. They tell you this is what it's for. It's good stuff, good stuff. Oh, okay. No, actually it's not. We're funneling the money over here to this guy who runs this other country, who's now being told those days are over. And that other country just might so happen to have a military base somewhere on that property, in which they say, you're not going to do that to me and get away with it. Get lost. It's my opinion at this point. But man, can you not, am I smoking dope here right now, or am I making sense? Seriously. I'm reading this and I'm telling myself, man, this could be the beginning of that kind of stuff. And then what did he say? Trump, we got to devalue the dollar. He didn't use those words, but the dollar is too high. It's too powerful. What does that mean, devalue? All these other countries, if you devalue your dollar, all the other countries, many of which have our military bases, would be affected directly, not indirectly, directly, because they use our dollar. And they may be holding some treasury debt of ours. And just found out by the devaluation, their treasury debt or any debt, just holding dollars even, just took a big haircut. Sorry about that. Now they're pissed. Get your freaking base and your people out of here. All right, we'll put them on a plane. No, we don't want that damn dollar anymore. Look what you do. Already devalued it. We're pissed off. You just destroyed our, wealth, so to speak, by doing so. No, we're not helping you. Get out of here. You could see this. You could see where that someone would easily say something like that, or a country, The first of the two draft orders, titled Auditing and Reducing U.S. Funding of International Organizations, calls for terminating funding for any United Nations agency or other international body that meets any one of several criteria. It was not immediately clear if NATO is among the international organizations targeted. Those criteria include organizations that give full membership to the Palestinian Authority or Palestine Liberation Organization, or support programs that fund abortion or any activity that circumvents sanctions against Iran or North Korea. The draft order also calls for terminating funding for an organization that is controlled or substantially influenced by any state that sponsors terrorism or is blamed for the persecution of marginalized groups or any other systematic violation of human rights. According to the New York Times, the agency most targeted, at least initially anyways, is the UN. And I got to tell you, I don't have a problem with that at all. If President Trump signs the order and its provisions are carried out, the cuts could severely curtail the work of the United Nations agencies, which rely on billions of dollars in annual United States contributions for missions that include caring for refugees. And you want to know something I heard just days ago? I was reading an article. I almost thought about doing a video, but I just didn't. A lot of these UN peacekeepers, they go to these countries and they are assaulting sexually young female children and women. And the article said how one of the upper echelon of UN people recognized this, and they're working on trying to lessen that, or basically we're trying to work on the problem. So they acknowledged it. So we're giving billions to these people who pretend to go help people, and they're assaulting. Not all of them. Get rid. It's almost the same as saying foster care is this wonderful thing. When you really look at it deep, you realize people are doing it just to collect money, and the more kids they can get piled in their house, the more money they can get. And we did foster care years ago before my wife got pregnant with the twins because she couldn't get pregnant. We ultimately did in vitro, and it worked. First try, twins, Bezel, twins. And then Ashley came along afterwards, naturally. Oops, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. No, it's correct. So, anyways, we learned about foster care because we did it. And we learned how these kids are not going to better families than where they were leaving many times. Now, sometimes they were just in such a bad situation, anything's better than where they were. Fact, yes, I agree. But a lot of the cases, they were better off left with the parents. Oh, they're just smoking pot. Put them back with the freaking house. Who cares? Because they go somewhere else, they become abused a lot of times. I mean, it's unbelievable. So here we have a larger foster care system known as the United Nations Peacekeeping Force, who have admitted we have a problem and we're trying to work on it. Oh, hey, we're the UN. We're here to help. Oh, yay. Oh, actually, no. You've assaulted us, the people in the village. You think they want you there? Please. We'll be doing the world a favor by getting rid of the frickin' UN and the billions, yes, not millions, billions that go to it every freaking year. The second executive order, moratorium on new multilateral treaties, calls for a review of all current and pending treaties with more than one other nation. It asks for recommendations on which negotiations or treaties the United States should leave. So, as I said, man, it looks like old Trump is steamrolling. And not one of those little slow ones, that, like on Austin Powers, move! The guy screaming, it takes him 5 minutes to get to him. Not one of those steamrollers. This baby's got a turbocharger on it, if you know what I mean. It moves. So, yeah, I hoping that it doesn't lead to that, but at the same time, we got to get out of these countries. Each freaking base we have, do we need bases in 170-something countries? Do we really need that? Come on. In each and every one of those countries, we got to pay them. They're not just, oh, you're our friend. Come on over, neighbor. Oh, can I borrow some sugar? Sure. Can I borrow some land for my military base? Yeah, that sounds good. But you got to bring some sugar and milk make the trade even. Oh, okay. And some big cashola known as billions and billions and billions of dollars. The party is ending. And all these people who used to make these deals with Obama and Hillary and everybody else is now going to find out you're getting cut off. And they're going to call them, hey, why are we getting cut off? Well, I'm not, you saw the election. I'm not in power anymore. I'm not even in the freaking government anymore. What do you want me to do? My Clinton Global Initiative, it's shut down. My Clinton Foundation is about to be shut down. I can't help you. I'm sorry. We rode that horse till it died. I'm with you on that, but I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? Oh, okay. And then what we might find, maybe, is that some little secrets revealed as to about correctly has been predicting for many years, this meme called Secrets Revealed. Did we not get a whole slew of secrets from WikiLeaks? Especially last year, unbelievable secrets. Cha-ching, webbot hit. And it ain't done yet. We may have more secrets revealed. Well, since you guys aren't playing ball with us anymore, I guess we can tell some people in international media about this little thing here, because they're all pissed off now. Now they're mad, and they just want to do it to be spiteful. Well, go ahead, because I can't wait to hear it and report on it. Bring it on. Take care.